Good morning. Hello. How are you? Let's turn the bed up. So it's like a blah day in the DMD. Good morning, mommy. You were number one. You were first. It's a blah day, but we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun today. I have a focused class for today. It's going to be completely focused on our hamstrings today. We're going to focus on the hamstrings. So get your blocks and also grab a strap. So if you don't have a strap, grab a towel, a scarf, a belt, something that can help you as well, but definitely a block. So go ahead and grab your items so we can get started with our practice. Again, it's going to be all about hamstrings today. Cannot wait. This is one of our first, I'm going to adjust this. This is one of our first focused classes. I normally just try to go with the flow. But today I was like, you know what? This one is one that people have been talking about. And so hamstrings are definitely for everyone who's sitting down all day, right? We're all sitting at home, virtually working or learning. Definitely one that's going to help. So if you have some friends that their hamstrings are tight, maybe they can't reach down and touch those toes, hit them up. Let them know we're getting ready to practice. So definitely let them know. All right. I am going to get our songs. So I'm in a playlist. And I think this playlist is going to be a lot better than some of our other ones. It's a little bit slower, but we still got a little bit of movement in there. Okay, if you are new, say hello. Say that you're new. My name is Tianna Christine. I come on here like you know who I am, right? But if you are new, say hello. And thank you for joining us for class live. We are here every single Saturday, 8:30 Eastern. On the first Saturdays, we do chair yoga. And I remove my circle mat. I get a smaller circle and we work out on the chair. But today is not the first of the month. So we are going to do our regular flow. But again, today we are going to be focused all on those hamstrings today. So if your hamstrings are tight, you are in the right spot today. All right. So we're going to pick. Hello, Margaret. Look at you. You made it on the chat. I know you was in the comments. You made it on the chat. And hello. All right. We got my dad in the house. All right. This one's for you. So let's get stretching. I tell you, once you're here, you're family. So do know that. Please let me know in the chat so I can say hello, shout you out. But we're going to pick the intention card. So every single morning, I come here on the mat and I pick an intention card and I actually do share it. So I share it with my family special. They get a special text. And then I also share it on my social media as well. So this is what I do every single day. Every day is not recorded, just on Saturdays. I just try to get a little energy going. And then we pick. All right. I like that one. So if you were following with the intention words, so yesterday's intention word was courage. And I hope you did something courageous yesterday. Courage to make some moves, right? I think the day before was action and everyone was talking about how they were taking action. So that's great. All right. We are going to take some action today on those hamstrings. So please know that. I won't leave you in suspense for our intention word. So today's intention word is kindness. All right. Kindness. Kindness goes a long way, right? Doesn't cost you nothing to be nice to somebody because you don't know what people are going through. We all got stuff, okay? And stuff and other words that we are going through. You don't know. You don't know what people are going through. So just sharing some kindness with somebody, saying hello, really asking them about how their day is and actually listening for the answer, right? Those are all ways that we can share kindness, right? Just sometimes we wait on people to let us know about something, to say, hey, do you need this? And we wait. But sometimes you don't have to wait. You just say, I got you. That's being kind. That's showing kindness. That's showing up for somebody. All right. So we're going to get started here. That's right. Kindness is the intention word. Thank you for putting that in the chat, mommy. All right. Again, if you have your strap, go ahead and get that handy. You don't have a strap, scarf, a blanket, a belt, any of those things will help you in terms of having a strap. One of the things that's going to be important today in our practice is a block. If you don't have a block, maybe you have a small stool, maybe you have a can of beans, stack of books, because this is going to help us to really get into that hamstring. We're going to slowly get into that hamstring. We're going to do some controlled movements today. So this class, again, is all about the hamstrings. Feel free, if you need to have a chair handy, you can also use the seat of a chair to help you as well within these practices. All right? So I am happy that we can actually do a focused class today. And I'm not going to keep you in suspense much longer. We're going to go ahead and get started. So come down onto the mat. We're going to get started with our practice. And I want us to have a comfortable seat. Maybe that seat doesn't look like this seat. And that's okay, because this is your practice. Maybe you take that block, place it underneath of you. You sit up on a blanket, a pillow, and you make that seat yours. Maybe that seat looks just like this. Remember, this is your practice. So you do what works for you. I'm just here as a guide. I want you to listen to your body. All right? It's all about you this morning. So as we come to our nice comfortable seat, we're not only going to be kind to others, we're first going to be kind to ourselves. So let's just thank our bodies and thank the Creator for waking us up, whoever it is that's most high for you, that you even had that opportunity to wake up and be kind to somebody. So we're going to take a deep inhale in through the breath, in through the nose, and exhale, open mouth, letting it out. Those cleansing breaths feel so good. So as we sit here with our intention of kindness, I want you to be kind to your body today, knowing that you're listening to your body, because this is the type of practice that we're going to do. We're going to be very kind to ourselves. We're going to breathe into our postures today. And we're going to take things nice and slow. So if you have any problems with the knees, feel free to go ahead and grab some pillows. Make that handy. Get yourself comfortable. Because today we listen to our bodies and we treat our bodies with kindness. Because ultimately, we have to be kind to ourselves in order to be kind to others. Take one more deep breath. Let that sink in. And on that next inhale, we take our arms up overhead and gaze in between our hands. Maybe that's not comfortable. We just gaze forward. Any shoulder issues, maybe we just take our hands down to cactus arms. We're being kind to our bodies today. Whatever feels good to you. And on that exhale, we're going to hinge forward. Hinging down towards the mat, towards the ground. Tucking our chin into our chest. Again, whatever forward looks like to you. Maybe you have a pillow in front. We're gently going to walk our hands back in towards our body. And we're going to do a seated cat-cow first. So just warming up our body. So on that inhale, breathe in, bring the chest forward. On that exhale, push back, round out the spine. Chin to the chest. And come forward on the inhale. And exhale. And do this as a nice fluid movement. So whatever feels good to you. We got 2 more. Keep going. Now let's start to just create a little bit of a circle. So maybe that circle is nice and big and pronounced. Maybe that circle is just right here. Whatever feels good to you. We're connecting with our sit bones. We're moving our body. We're going to pause. We're going to go the other way with our circle. And again, do what feels good. All while listening to your body. Maybe a little blah outside, but it's okay. We're going to turn it up. And coming back to center. Taking that chin down towards the chest. Release your hands down by your side. Just releasing those shoulders down. Keeping the chest lifted. Root down into your sit bones. Keep breathing. On that next inhale, as we take our chin over to our right side. This is my left, your right. Looking over our shoulder as much as possible. Keep breathing. And taking it down and over to the opposite side. Taking that chin back down. We're gently going to make some half moons, just going side to side. However fast or slow, whatever the movement is for you. Working out a little bit of those kinks in our neck, right? Waking our body up. And we'll come back to center. Taking our chin all the way up towards the chest. Let's start to warm up our body. Let's look up towards the ceiling. Both arms come up overhead. On that exhale, let's come forward to our tabletop position. In that tabletop position, maybe we have a blanket under our knees, maybe a pillow. We move our block off to the side. Come down to our hands and knees. Give it a rock. Let's turn this up a little bit. There we go. Rock your hips. Rock your shoulders. Have fun with it. We're going to take that right leg. We're going to bring it back. So take it back behind you. I'm going to take it back here. Pressing that heel down towards the earth. Get yourself nice and square. I want you to bring that hip down. Squaring that hip down towards the earth. Keep breathing. Pressing back, maybe looking back towards your toes if that's comfortable. Release those shoulders away from the ears. We bring it in. We rock left and right. We're going to take the opposite leg, take it out. Extend the heel down. Again, take that hip, bring it down. Squaring the hip towards the ground. Look back towards the feet if that's available. Release the shoulders. Take it in. Give it a rock. All right, we're going to come back to that right leg. I'm going to come off to the side so that you can really see. We're going to extend that right leg out again, but we're going to lift it off the ground. Again, extend that hip down. Bring that hip down. We're going to take that foot and bring it across. So take that foot all the way across to the other side. Look back towards that foot. You may notice a little bit of a twist here along your side body. Keep going. Keep twisting. And bring it back. Give it a rock. We're going to do that same thing on the opposite side. So bring that leg back and extend it over. Bring it all the way over to that opposite side. Look over towards that foot. Keep breathing. See if you can bring that heel down in the direction towards the earth. It's not going to touch, but just let it come down, releasing that knee down, releasing that heel. And take it back in. Give it a rock. So we're going to come to our child's pose nice and early. Take those knees out as wide as the mat. Nice and wide. Big toes are going to touch here. Shift back towards the heels. Now maybe our butt is a little bit high. That's okay. Just shift back. Walk yourself back. Grab your block if it's handy. Take your hand onto the block. Maybe take it all the way down to that low position and just push it forward. Push it forward as you come down. Bring your head all the way down. Take a moment and breathe here. Maybe extend that hand out. Keep breathing. Now, what do you do if that forehead doesn't come down towards the mat, right? Take that block. Take it to the forehead. We're going to sink those hips back. Keep breathing. Now, if your hamstrings are already tight, this is a stretch right here. Rock it from left to right. Rock those shoulders. We're going to dip each shoulder down. Dip. Breathe. Bring it back to center. Take the head back down. Notice where you are. Maybe you feel like, hey, I can maybe come down off the block. It's okay. Whatever's comfortable to you. Listen to your body. Be kind. On that inhale, as we walk ourselves back up, we're going to bring those knees to one side, come over towards the side. We're going to bring those knees out in front of us. Hug them in towards the chest. Just give it a little hug in. We're going to extend our right leg out. So again, this is my left, your right. We're going to extend that leg out. Hugging in that other leg. Again, we're going nice and slow. We're going to be kind to our bodies today. Hug that knee in. On that inhale, maybe we bring our arms up overhead. Gaze up. Again, if any shoulder issues, cactus arms. And we're going to begin to turn in towards that knee. Turn in, turning to the left. Hug that knee in as we look behind us. And again, coming back to center. We're going to hug both knees back in towards the chest. Let down the opposite leg. Hug it in, hug it in. Take those arms up overhead. Whatever feels good. Turn in the direction of the knee. Look behind you. We're working out those snap, crackle, pops right now, right? On that next inhale, go ahead and bring it back to center. We're going to hug both knees back in towards the chest. We're going to let those knees come over and down as we come back to our tabletop position. We can move our block off to the side for a second. We're going to need it handy, so keep it close. Go ahead and bring it to the high position. That's the next position we're going to need it in. We're going to tuck our toes underneath. Tuck your toes, shift your hips back towards your heels, little toe stretch here. Tucking your chin into your chest. As we bring our hands out in front of us, again, those hands are going to be right out in front. Fingertips are going to be forward. Any wrist issues, go ahead and bring those hands out slightly. We're going to bring our knees up to our first downward facing dog. Now this is our first one. Pedal your feet out. Keep a bend into the knee, moving your opposite heels down towards the earth. Take it nice and slow. Again, we're giving love to our hamstrings today. You got it. Release those hands down towards the earth. And here's where the block comes in. I'm going to take that block. I'm going to bring it right underneath. I want you to release yourself to a flat back here. Slight bend into the knees if you need it. Keep breathing. Keep breathing here. Move those hips. All right. And on that exhale, let's see if we can just hinge forward down towards our knee. Keep a slight bend into the knee. Take the chin, tuck it in towards your chest. Now, if you have just one block, keep it in the center. If you have two blocks, one hand can be on each block. I'm going to cue with one block because sometimes we only got one. I know I have more, but just in case I'm cueing for somebody that only has the one block, we're good right here. Keep breathing. We really want to get into those hamstrings. So what we're going to do, we're going to shift the weight into the balls of our feet. So we're going to shift forward a little bit. Hold on to the block. Bring the gaze down behind you. And on that inhale, we're slowly going to curl all the way up to a standing position. You may feel those hamstrings start to warm up. Bring those arms up overhead. A little slight back bend here. And exhale, bring it down. Paddle the feet out here. All right, we're going to do a little bit of those forward folds, and we're going to keep going into that because that's really going to help us with those hamstrings, all right? So readjust your body, whatever's comfortable, maybe even taking your feet out a little wider than hip distance. So typically we bring our feet to hip distance. Maybe you want to step it out a little bit. Give yourself some breathing room. So as we come back to our mountain pose, again, feet can be hip distance, feet can even be together. Find what's good for you. Place your block right in front in the high position. As we inhale, bring those arms back up overhead. Lift up through the chest. Exhale and forward fold. Slight bend into the knee. Readjust your block. Take it down. Bring your head in between. Go ahead and breathe. Keep a slight bend into the knee. And here we're going to do a little bit of hip dips. So hip dips means a little bit of squat and bringing it back out. So we're going to do that for a couple times. I'm not going to tell you how long. All right, let's go. And dip it down. Take it up. And dip again. Take it up. Dip down. Take it up. Dip down, look behind you. Take it up. Dip down. Take it up. 3 more at your own breath. Keep going. And last one, wherever you are, go ahead and come back to your fold. Release your shoulders. Rock your hips. We're going to come to a flat back. Releasing those shoulders away from the ears. Relax here in your flat back. Take 2 cycles of breath. We're going to do that same dip. So this time we're only going to do 5. So hip dip, bring it down for 5. Bring it up. And 4. Take it up. And 3. Take it up. For 2. And up. Last one, hold here for 2. 1. Take it up, forward fold here. We're going to move our block to the side. We're going to get it in a second. Come all the way down. Maybe you don't touch the ground. Maybe you do. Whatever's comfortable for you. Take a bend into that knee if it's comfortable. We're going to place our hands back down. Bring our knees down to that tabletop position. Lower yourself all the way down to your belly if that's comfortable. If not, push back to your downward facing dog. And we'll meet there. Come down onto your belly if it's available. Take those elbows in towards the rib cage. Bring the gaze up towards the ceiling or maybe just in front. And on that exhale, lower down. Tuck your chin. We're going to bring ourselves to our tabletop position and we're all going to meet in downward facing dog. So go ahead and bring the feet up. Paddle out your feet again. Bring the gaze towards the belly. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Go ahead and bring your heels down to stillness. Breathe here. And this time we're going to walk our hands to the back of our mat towards our feet. Slight bend into the knee. Release that tension on the back. On that inhale, we come all the way up, bringing the arms up overhead. Gazing up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take it down. Come all the way down. We're going to walk back out to that downward facing dog. So walk your hands back out. You'll feel this in your hamstrings. There you go. Come back to your downward facing dog. Bend the knees if you need it. I encourage you to keep that bend into your knees. We're going to walk our feet towards the top of our mat this time. Again, nice and slow. Come to your forward fold. On that inhale, slowly bring your arms back up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Now remember, if there's any issues with your shoulders, rotator cuff, any shoulder pain, you can always bring your hands to cactus, so keep that in mind. Flat back. We're going to plant our hands, step back and flow. If you don't want to come down to the ground, let's meet in downward facing dog. You immediately push back to downward facing dog, and we all meet there. Let's take 2 breaths. And if it's available, we're going to take that right leg, float it up overhead, bring it up, keeping that hip squared down. Maybe look up towards your belly. Release those shoulders. I'm going to bring that knee out for 3-legged dog, bending that knee open, opening up your hip. And we're going to bring it down. And maybe you want to come down onto the knee to bring that foot through. Maybe you just sweep it through. Wherever you are, we're going to take that knee down towards the ground. We're here in our low lunge position. You can keep that back toe tucked or untucked. Having that block handy in the high position, you're going to bring the block right into your foot. If you have 2 on either side, lift up. So this is going to be a little bit of that quad stretch getting in here as well. Lifting up. If it's available, sweep the arms up overhead. Keep your hips lifted. We don't want to sink into our hips. We want to keep everything lifted. Hinge forward. On that exhale, we're going to untuck that back toe. We're going to shift the hips back, stacking that knee. We're going to walk the foot out, take that foot and flex it back. So again, we're just here, feeling that hamstring stretch. Maybe you bring your chest forward. So if you're on your mat, you can always readjust the block. Keep breathing here. Again, we want to get to that sweet spot. Keep that bend in your knee. 2 more breaths. We really want to get the full benefit of this stretch. Take the foot down. I'm going to bring it back forward. Lift up through the hands. On that exhale, take it down. Move your block towards the side. We're going to take that foot, bring it back. Tucking the toes under, push to your downward facing dog. Paddle your feet. Keep breathing. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So taking that left leg, bring it up. Open it out for 3-legged dog if that's available. And then again, we bring it through to frame the hand. Taking the knee down, coming to our low lunge. You can keep the toe tucked or untucked, whatever's comfortable. Again, as we sweep the arms up. Keep that lift into the hips. Hands can be wherever your shoulders are comfortable. As we bring our hands down towards our feet, again, you can have it on a block. If that's comfortable for you, I'll cue here from this side. You can always have the hand down. We're going to walk that foot, take it up. Flex the toe back. Keep those hips square as we lift through the chest, leaning forward. Whatever's comfortable to you, especially again, we're being mindful and kind to those hamstrings. So whatever feels good to you. Again, if you have 2 blocks, go ahead and bring them both to the sides. Keep lifting through the chest. Again, back toe can be untucked or tucked, whatever's comfortable. This is your practice. Make it your own. Take 2 more breaths. Really be kind and honor your body. And on that exhale, we're going to bring that foot back down as we come back up, bringing the arms back up. On that exhale, bringing those hands down. I'm going to bring the block to the side again so we can come back and we flow through. So bringing those feet back up, come into our downward facing dog. Paddle your feet. Very nice. We're going to walk our feet towards the back of our mat. Really opening up those hamstrings. Keep the bend into the knee. Belly comes on the thigh. Give yourself a rock from left to right. Tuck the chin into the chest. And again, we bring ourselves all the way up. Come all the way up overhead. Gaze up. Exhale, take it down. Come back to your downward facing dog. Walk the hands back out towards the front of the mat. And on that exhale, let's walk the feet towards the front of the mat. We're back here in our forward fold. Go ahead and grab your block. Take it back out in front in the high position. We're going to bring ourselves to a flat back here. And I want you to step 1 foot back. So either foot doesn't matter. Just step it back slightly. Still keeping those toes tracked forward. We're here in our pyramid position. Now in this position, we are going to be here keeping our block handy. So we are going to have an assisted stretch here in our pyramid position because we really want to get into those hamstrings. So as you're here in your flat back, notice where that sweet spot is. Notice if your hip is hinging out. We want to keep that hip nice and square. So pointing that toe towards the front of the mat. There you go. Staying here, release your shoulders. If this is where your sweet spot is, go ahead and stay here. Maybe if you want to get a little bit deeper stretch within that hamstring, go ahead and start to bend and hinge forward. Keeping that bend into the knee, bringing your nose towards your knee, hinging down. Tuck your chin into your chest. And feel free, if there's any balance, go ahead and make your stance a little wide so that back foot can come out to the side a little bit more, just to give you a little bit wider stance. I want you to take 4 more breaths. I really want you to feel that stretch all along that front hamstring here. So really release any tension that you have on that hip. We're really getting into that posture here. We're intentionally focusing on the hamstring, so we're here a little bit longer. Keep breathing. If you prefer to have your mouth open on the exhale, or maybe breathe in and out through the nose, just release those shoulders, unclench your jaw. Take 1 more full breath. We're going to come back to our flat back. We're going to bring that foot back up towards the front. Give yourself a pedal out here, bending opposite knee. Come back to your forward fold. We're going to bring it back to a flat back here. And now we're going to take the opposite leg back. So opposite leg that when you went on the first one, take it back. Again, for a balance, maybe you want to step that foot out a little bit wider. Give yourself some space here. As you step the foot back, again, square off the hips. We're going to be here in our flat back first. Just readjusting our body. Get nice and comfortable. Release that tension from your knees and your hips. And on that exhale, hinge forward. Allow yourself to come down. Taking that nose towards the knee. Slight bend into that front knee. Feel that hamstring stretch. Keep breathing. Again, we want to just relax here. Maybe you may need to rock the hips a little bit. If it starts to get a little bit intense, just come out of it and then sink back in on the exhale. Listen to your body. Give those hamstrings some oxygen. With every breath, just imagine the muscles releasing a little bit more. We're going to take 1 big inhale in through the nose and exhale, open mouth. We're going to come back to our flat back here and take the back foot up to meet the front. Give yourself a rock. Pedal your feet out, whatever feels good to you. And go ahead and bring yourself back into that forward fold. On that inhale, we slowly bring ourselves all the way up. Bring the arms up overhead, press into the feet. Slight back bend if it's available. And on that exhale, we hinge forward. We're going to do a sun salutation. So move your block to the side. We'll come to forward fold. Taking a flat back. And if you need that forward fold, you need that block, go ahead and keep it handy. We're going to plant our hands down. We step back and flow through. Again, if you just like to push back to downward facing dog, that's fine. If you'd like to flow it out, we lower ourselves down. Push up to our upward facing dog. Push back, downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out here. I'm going to take that right leg or any leg, bring it up. We're going to bring it through to frame the hands. So framing the hands here, we're in that high lunge position here. We're going to pivot our back foot. We're going to immediately open up to our warrior two. So windmill your hands, come up, bend into that front knee. Again, we're getting that stretch along the inner thigh here. Breathe, lift up through the chest. We're going to straighten that front knee. So straighten the front knee. We're going to hinge forward like we're leaning forward towards the front of the room. If you have your block, go ahead and grab your block. We're going to come to triangle. Take it to the inside of the foot. Bring it up. Keep a slight bend into the knee. You can gaze up towards that back hand, or maybe just keep that hand back down to the side. Again, we want to be mindful of our bodies. So wherever we are, again, open up through the chest. Imagine that your back is up against the wall. So you want to keep that chest nice and open. Maybe bringing the hand around if you'd like to open up a little bit more. Listen to your body. Take 2 more breaths. And on that inhale, we're going to come back to that warrior two. So bend back into that front knee, open it back up. And we're going to turn towards the middle part of our mat. So we're going to bring our toes to the side. So bring them forward, take your block, bring it right in front. We're going to inhale, bring those arms up overhead. Exhale as we hinge forward towards the middle. This is our wide forward fold into the center. Bend into the knee, come down. You can bring that block down as you go. Whatever's comfortable here. Keeping a slight bend into the knee. Really want you to feel that hamstring stretch here. Really feeling that stretch along your body. Release your shoulders. You can always come down. Taking the weight of the feet into the balls of the foot. Take 2 more breaths here. And on that inhale, as we come up, we bring the block back to the high position. We're going to come to a flat back here. We're going to turn back towards the front of our mat. So turn that toe forward first, and then our body comes forward. I'm going to take that block off towards the side. As we bring that foot back to our downward facing dog, you can flow it out or just push back. So whatever you like to do, if you like to flow, I invite you to flow with me. If you like to push back, that's fine. Be kind to your body. Paddle your feet out here. We're going to do that same thing on the opposite side. So taking that opposite leg, bring it up. We're going to bring it through, framing the hands with our foot. So I'm going to come on this side so that you can see me in the front. Again, we're in that high lunge. We're going to pivot that back foot, immediately open up into our warrior two position. Bend into that front knee. You got it. There we go. Let's get the music back going here. And then we're going to straighten that front knee. Straighten it out. We're going to come into the triangle position. So again, bringing that hand down to the inside. You can always have your block. That can of beans, the book, whatever you got. Gaze up towards the ceiling if that's not possible. Again, wherever is comfortable to your arm and your shoulders. Whatever's comfortable to you, keep breathing. Again, imagine your back is against the wall and in a good way. Very nice. And we're going to begin to bring it down as we come towards the center. We're going to bring that block around first. Bring that toe forward. We're going to have our wide forward fold here. So readjust wherever you need to. Begin to hinge forward. Keep going. Maybe you can get a little bit deeper. Releasing that tension. We're going to hinge forward, bringing the weight into the balls of the feet, feeling that stretch on the back of the legs. Keep breathing. And on that inhale, we're slowly going to come up to a flat back. Take the block towards the high position. Again, as we bring ourselves back towards the front of the mat, turn your toe forward, come back towards the front of your mat. Bring the hands down, step back as we flow through. Paddle your feet out here. And press the heels down. Slight bend into the knee. Tuck the chin into the chest. Only to your comfort level, you begin to straighten those legs out. And we're going to walk our hands towards our feet. So walk your hands towards the back of your mat. Again, we're in that forward fold. And on that inhale, walk it back out towards the front. Come back to your downward facing dog. We're going to walk the feet towards the front of the mat. Grabbing your block, coming to a flat back here. We're going to play around with a little balance here. We're going to take one leg and just sweep it behind us. So maybe we take it off the ground just a little bit here. Just really finding strength in that standing leg. Maybe we sweep it up a little bit higher to our comfort level. Maybe just here. Maybe we bring it up a little bit higher. Now it all depends on you. Again, we're holding on to our block. Our gaze is down. We want to look right down at our hands, keeping our core engaged wherever we are. Even if it's just here, that's fine. Listen to your body. Engage that standing leg. Lift up on that kneecap. Keep breathing. So wherever we are, you can come into that standing split, whatever you are, wherever you are. You can even bring the head down closer towards the knee, wherever you are. And bring it back down. Pedal the foot. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. You ready? You got it. You got this. You got this. All right, let's take that other leg. Sweep it back. Again, if you just want to sweep it here, where it just comes off the ground, that's okay. Find your balance. Maybe you bring it up a little higher. One side is not like the other. So listen to your body. Be kind. Bring it to wherever is your comfort. Once you hit your sweet spot, go ahead and hinge forward to your comfort level. And breathe. If you come out, come back in. That's okay. Be kind to yourself. Keep breathing. And on that exhale, let's bring it down. Pedal it out. Very nice. Come to a forward fold. Paddle your feet out if that's available. You can hold the back of your ankles. Maybe hold on to that block, whatever's comfortable. We're going to rock our hips as we come up. Bring it all the way up. Bring it up overhead. All right. Let's shake it out here. Oh, you did good. Let's step it out to the side of our mat. Lean forward from side to side. I want you to dip your knees. So dip and dip. Wave it out. There we go. Keep going. Oh, this feels good. Now, I want you to stay on one side for a second. So just stay here for a second. Maybe turning that knee out to the side. Come back. Stay on this side for a second. Come back. Whatever's good to you. Oh, I want to keep going. All right. And off to the other side. And back on the other side. Now let's see if we can bring our gaze down towards our hands. Take our hands down towards our feet. If you like to grab your block, you can do that as well. So we'll lean on this side first. And lean to the other side. Point your toes parallel. Other side. Bring it over again. Other side. Maybe that block comes down a little bit lower. And other side. Maybe we glide over. And glide back over. And one more glide over. And let's bring ourselves back towards the front of the mat. We're back into that lunge position. Breathe here. Keep going. And step the back foot up to meet the front. Forward fold. Step the opposite foot back this time. Come back into that lunge. Just taking a little breath here. Keep going. And step the back foot back up towards the front. Come back into your forward fold. Let's grab opposite elbows here. Rock from left to right. Shake your head yes and no. Keep your eyes open. And lower the hands. We're going to drop the hips. Maybe get nice and wide. We're going to come all the way down onto our seat. Bring it all the way down. Oh, that feels good. Go ahead and hug your knees in. Oh, give it a little rock. Place the feet down. We're going to bring our hands behind us. Drop the knees to one side. Come off to the side here. Dropping the knees to one side. Look away from the knees. Take it up to center. Other side. Look away from the knees. Bring it up. Give it a rock. Now let's see if we can rock ourselves onto our back. So tuck your tailbone under, hug your knees, rock back. Come down onto your back. We're going to rock our knees from left to right. Release that tension from the lower back. Your lower back should be in contact with the earth as much as possible. Keep rocking. We're going to release one leg down, hugging in the other knee. Hug it in. Keep going. Keep breathing. We're going to bring it over towards the side. Let it carry over your body. Let that knee cross over. Bring the knee down towards the earth. Maybe it touches the earth. Maybe it doesn't if there's some space. If you'd like to bring your block, place it under the knee. That's fine. Turn away from your knee. Look away. Look behind you. Taking that back hand out to the side in the T form. You can place that top hand onto the thigh. Feel that stretch in your body. Let everything come down. Keep breathing. Take one more full cycle of breath. On that inhale, bring the knee back in towards the chest. As we swap out the knees, hugging in the opposite leg, let that other leg fall down. And again, we're going to cross that knee over. Maybe taking that block, taking it underneath our knee on the other side. Again, turning our gaze away from our knee. The hand closest to the knee can go onto the thigh, as long as it's not on the knee joint. Now take a moment here, find length within the hip and the rib. Release it down. Find your breath. Release your shoulders. Take one more full cycle of breath. And on that inhale, take the knee back into the chest. Give it a rock. We're going to hug both knees back in towards the chest this time. As we straighten one leg, taking it out, allow it to just hold up the ceiling here with your foot. Flex that foot back down towards your body. We're going to extend the bent knee. We're going to extend it out. As we hold on to the leg, again, maybe you have your strap handy, and we take the strap, and maybe we bring it around our foot, where we take that foot back towards our body. Maybe we don't have a strap or a scarf. Maybe we just hug the back of our leg, giving it a little stretch here. Keep going. Keep going. I don't know how that song got in there. I have no idea. But it just wants to be played today. I wish I could play all kinds of music, but I can't. All right, take a bend into the knee. And we're going to swap it out. Swap it out. Again, bringing that top foot, stretching it back up. Flexing the toe back. Again, if you have a strap, you can feel free to come to this position here. Again, we're stretching that hamstring, so flexing that toe back. Feel that full stretch on the back of your leg. Keep going. Keep breathing. Oh, let's go. And on that exhale, release it down. Take a bend into the knee. We're going to hug our knees in towards our chest. Give it a rock. And go ahead and release the legs down. Lower it all the way down. We're going to take our arms, bring them up overhead. Nice big stretch here as we bring our hands down towards the earth. Allow those hands, maybe palms come up. Maybe one hand is on our heart and one hand is on our belly. Remembering to be kind to ourselves. I hope that you enjoyed this practice and maybe you found some different ways to stretch your hamstrings. That's always great. Readjust your shoulders. We're going to start to release tension from our body. Starting with our toes. Releasing the tension, maybe giving them a little wiggle. Allowing our heels, our ankles, our knees to get soft. Releasing the tension from our knees and our hips. Allowing our lower back to come in contact with the mat as much as possible. Uncurling our fingers. Releasing our shoulders into the earth. Unclenching our jaw. Relaxing our tongue. We're creating space in between our eyes, softening our gaze or maybe closing our eyes, getting our bodies ready for our day, preparing ourselves for our weekend, maybe even the rest of this month. I want you to be kind to yourself and think kind thoughts in this very moment. Kind thoughts that are for you, because that's what it's all about. Keep breathing. Together, we're going to take a deep inhale in through the nose. And exhale, open mouth. Let your shoulders sink in just a little bit more. As we honor ourselves for this moment, we just honor it by allowing ourselves to connect with our breath and the earth. If there's any negative thoughts that come up for you, just maybe shake your head, maybe mentally push them aside. We're looking towards the light and kindness today. And it starts by thinking kindly and highly of yourself. We're going to take another 2 breaths in silence. And as we begin to bring awareness to our bodies, we wiggle our fingers and our toes, inviting movement. Allowing our breath to deepen as we hug our knees into our chest. One at a time. Gently rolling over to one comfortable side. Maybe we cradle our head. And when you're ready, we take that top hand, push ourselves up to any comfortable position. Taking our hands together at heart center. We thank ourselves for showing up for us today. Thank our bodies for supporting us today in our practice. I do hope that those hamstrings feel a little bit better today. I wish you a great day and can't wait to practice with you again. Namaste. I thank you so much for being a part of the practice. Please let me know how you enjoyed this focus practice today. A lot of times I just like to kind of do what feels good. But today I said, you know what? Let's focus on some hamstrings. Let's really work on something that's a lot of stress and strain for many people, present company included. You know, sometimes I find myself sitting a lot throughout the day if I'm really focused on getting work done, and I know that I'm not alone. So if I'm feeling it, I know that there's others. So I wanted to definitely share that. Please share this with others. If you found anything that you found that you like this practice, give it a thumbs up. That's helping the YouTube algorithm to say, hey, let's push more yoga with Tianna, because that's how this YouTube world works. Okay. I thank you so much for joining. I'm going to turn the bed up just a little bit. Feel free to say, thank you in the chat, say hello in the chat, and share this with others, because that's how this goes, right? We're already up to 1,009 or something like that. Now that it's the K, I can't see the exact number, but I mean, it's like crazy. I am just so excited. Like, we're coming up on 1 year that we've been doing these classes. April 26, 2020, we started the first live session. We started that session, I want to say there was 26 subscribers, so my day one. And now we've continued to grow. So I thank you so much for being a part of this journey. And I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. There's so many different people that have reached out to me on social media, so many different people that I've met. So I thank you so much for this. This makes me feel good, and I'm happy to be able to share this with you. If there's any type of classes that you're looking for outside of our chair yoga, our regular yoga, and maybe something more specific like hamstrings that you're looking for, feel free to send me a message. TiannaChristineYoga.com. I have all my information down below in the description. So feel free to give me a ring, shout me out, send me a message on social media, any of that. I do respond to everyone. So I thank you so much for joining. And I can't wait to see you next week. Is next week we're going to do our 1 year on the 24th. So not next week, but the week after is going to be the 1 year celebration. So I don't know, I'm going to have to do something special for 1 year. But I thank you so much. And I want you to enjoy your weekend. Even if you don't do anything else today, you check this off the box. I want you to take this with you. Energy is infectious, so take it with you, share it with others. And again, I cannot wait. Cannot wait to see you next week. There's other classes if you'd like to take more. So I thank you and see you next week. Bye.